Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about new Huda Beauty new nude eyeshadow palette. I'll be showing you swatches and also talking about the palette and sharing my review of it. The new nude eyeshadow palette has 18 eyeshadow in 5 ready-to-layer textures. It has 10 battery mattes, it has 4 multi-reflective shadows, 2 pressed glitters, and 1 pressed pearl and 1 concealer base. So it came in this gorgeous package, and actually this time it is plastic, it's not a carbon paper, so I really like that you can see through the eyeshadow palette. And the packaging of this palette is so gorgeous. You have Huda herself on the top of the palette, and you also have the same picture down here, and this is how the palette looks inside. It's so beautiful, it has so gorgeous shades. I think if you like nudes, if you like more like purple, pink eyeshadows, you will definitely fall in love with this palette. I also like that she came up with a new formula. This new 4 eyeshadow type is so gorgeous, they're just breathtaking. When you look at them, they look like marble, but when you touch them with your fingers and apply them to your eyes, they're just so gorgeous. And also if you pop them up on top, like without concealer base, but just on top of a matte eyeshadow, you can create a little shield, kind of like a see-through of a glittery, shimmery eyeshadow on top. I really like those formulas. I was obsessed with them. I really hope that new eyeshadow palette that she will create will have this type of eyeshadow as well. I also like that it came up with 2 glitters. One is more bold and more bright. Another is a pinkish, but it also has a hint of kind of like reflective yellow and green in it. It looks so beautiful, and I also like this velvety kinky shade as well. And I actually do like that it was coming with concealer. It was actually different than a regular concealer. When I was applying it and using it to create this look today, it was helping me to apply this Daydream eyeshadow on top because it was really like sticking to that concealer. And I'll be just showing you swatches of new nude Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. So I'll be starting with the top row, and the first shade is Bear, which is the lightest shade in the palette. It is a matte eyeshadow, and I like to set up my concealer, and this is like the first eyeshadow that I use in any look. And the next one is Crave, which is a new formula. It is a multi-reflective eyeshadow, and I think it's so stunning because it kind of like looks like rose gold with a white and a hint of pink when you look at the shade. Next one is a Play, a beautiful light peach matte eyeshadow. Then it is Fantasy. Again, it is a new formula, a multi-reflective eyeshadow, and this one is more darker and has definitely a more berry undertone with it, with a pink as well. Next one is a Love Bites. This is a matte eyeshadow, and this one is the darkest eyeshadow in the palette. It is a beautiful purple eyeshadow. Then we have Spanked. So this one is also matte eyeshadow, and this one is a little bit lighter than Love Bite. So now we're moving to the second row. The first eyeshadow is Lace, which is a matte eyeshadow, and it is a beautiful light lilac eyeshadow. Next one is a Daydream. I already used this eyeshadow in a look that I created. I love this eyeshadow so much. It is a light pink eyeshadow. It's so gorgeous and stunning on the eyes. I just became obsessed after I used this eyeshadow. Next one is a Tickle. So this one is also a matte eyeshadow, and it is absolutely stunning when you use it with Spanx and also with Play. It kind of looks like light pink on the eyes. I really like this shade. Now we're moving to 2 glitters that we have in a palette. So the first one is Excite. So this one is more darker glitter eyeshadow, and it is really popping out like bright red burgundy eyeshadow. Next one is Infatuated. So this glitter eyeshadow is more lighter. It is a pink eyeshadow, but it also has a reflex in it with gold and yellow and also green. Next eyeshadow is Kinky. So this one is a pressed pearl. This eyeshadow looks absolutely stunning. It's kind of the same shade as Spanked, but this one is more like pearly looking shade. It's really like have a velvety texture. So now we're moving to the third and last row, and now we're starting with the shade Conceal, which actually a concealer. A lot of people were complaining about having concealer in a palette because they would prefer to have another shade. I actually loved it because it was a different type of concealer. Next one is a Matte Shadow Secret. So this one looks so gorgeous, and I think it will be awesome for everyday looks. Then we're moving to the shade Tease. And this is also matte eyeshadow, and this is a dusty purple eyeshadow. I really like this shade. And now we're moving to the shade Raw, which is also a matte eyeshadow, and this shade looks also very stunning. And last shade of reflective eyeshadow is Charmed, which also has that white and pink in it, and this one is looking more like a brown. And last one is a Teddy, which is a matte brown eyeshadow shade. So now let's just talk about this palette, and I want to share my final review. So first of all, I think if you like nudes, if you like this kind of pastel tones, if you like pinks, if you like glittery, shimmery eyeshadow, you will fall in love with this palette. I think it's absolutely stunning, and I'm so happy to see a nude eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty after seeing so many bright eyeshadow palettes. I think this eyeshadow palette is so unique. I have never seen anything like this shade. Like this new reflective formula of eyeshadow is just breathtaking. They are very reflective, they are very pigmented, they are so gorgeous, and they doesn't look like glitter, they do like shimmery on the eyes. So when we're talking about the formulas, the matte eyeshadows are really pigmented, they're very buttery, and they were so easy to apply. Also, I didn't have much of fallout with this eyeshadow palette, and even though I use like the darker shade, I use these two shades, this one, I also used Plate and Daydream. Like any of this eyeshadow didn't give me a much of fallout. They also applied so easily and were easy to blend. So I'm really impressed with the formula. Also, just talking about the shade Concealed, which is a concealer, a lot of people were complaining that there was this shade in a palette. I actually liked it because whenever I was using this and then applying Daydream on top, which is a new formula reflective eyeshadow, it was kind of like sticking so good. They were like meant to be together. And it was actually different, just regular concealer. So I appreciate having this actually concealed shade in a palette. I haven't played with the glitters yet, but I already know that they're gorgeous because in a Desert Dusk palette, there was a glittery eyeshadow already. So I like the pressed glitters, and both shade looks just breathtaking. I also like that this palette comes with a mirror as usual. And of course, I can appreciate the gorgeous, as always, packaging of Huda Beauty. So I think this palette is breathtaking. I definitely recommend it. Go to Sephora, check it out, and I'm sure you will fall in love. You will fall in love with new formulas. You will fall in love with these new reflective eyeshadows. I just can't take my eyes from them. And of course, I'll be doing more tutorials with this palette. I like it so much. I also like this palette is kind of like a full package. You can create everyday looks. You can create sultry nighttime glam looks. You can go with a lot of glitter and create this perfect glittery eyeshadow looks. You have reflective pearls that just looks so gorgeous on the eyes. And also you can even use this one when you're creating bridal looks, because I feel this palette can also be so gorgeous for brides. But nevertheless, I do like this palette. I definitely recommend it, and I cannot wait to do more looks with this palette, play with this more. And I also filmed a video of this eye makeup tutorials that I created using the new Huda Beauty New Nude palette. And if you want to see it, it will be in my description down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!